support the athletes, but also to try and get the athletes to vote for you to be on the athletes commission. I think I've asked you before, why would you want to do this? But now that you're here and you get a chance to greet and meet some of the athletes and give them, a personal touch, how has the experience been thus far?
Yeah, first and foremost, absolutely here to represent our Bermuda athletes. Two that we have competing. I'm very excited to watch them. As the Bermuda Athlete Commission chair, I know how much work they've put in and how much work that the Bermuda Olympic Association has put in to be able to get these two here at the Olympic Games. So extremely excited to watch them. And then, with the IOC Athletes Commission, it's been a process. I think, the way that I need to go about going and getting votes is kind of canvassing in the village and speaking to the athletes and getting to know what ideas and what creative thoughts or recommendations that they have for the Olympic movement, for the IOC, and just stuff to share on the IOC Athletes Commission, and think about in terms of how the Olympic movement can approach smaller countries or countries that are developing nations, or how we can improve on our athlete funding, how we can improve on our infrastructure within each NOC, within each country. And the IOC just recently changed their motto to faster, higher, stronger, together, about solidarity and coming together. So I think it's really important in this election to be a good communicator and to really explain and share your thoughts with the athletes. And thus far it's going good. I mean, I get a lot of responses outside of the voting poll stations, and it's really good to be out here face to face with the athletes and explain to them how they can affect change and how we can affect change.
I was just going to ask that. How important is it for the athletes to have representation at the IOC level to share the concerns of not only former athletes but of present day athletes?
It's extremely important. I think, a lot of these athletes are very focused on their race and their competition at the moment. This could be their first or second or fifth Olympic Games. They're in the zone right now, and they're focused on their sport. In long term, kind of thinking about career development, what they do after their career, what resources the IOC has. That's kind of where the IOC Athletes Commission steps in and allows the IOC to provide these resources to the athletes and just being able to provide that stuff from the IOC to the athletes is an extremely benefiting factor in an athlete's development. And and it's tough to get that word across because a lot of times, the communication goes directly to the NOC and not the athlete, and it gets lost along the way. But it's important, again, back to the Olympic motto, working together. It's important that the NOCs, the IOC, the international federations, the athletes, we're all working together collectively for the athletes, who are the gold, the bread and butter of this Olympic movement.
What has the journey been for you thus far as the Athletes Commission for Bermuda?
Yeah, it's been a great journey. I know my commission, the Bermuda Athletes Commission, has been a great group of girls and guys, and we've put a lot of work together to develop a mentorship program, which hopefully we'll be releasing in the next quadrennial. We've got a kind of a branding scheme for our mentorship program called the BOA Stars. We're putting together. We've put together a website with news and updates on the athletes. And a lot of resources that we've put forward on the executive board that I think have benefited the athletes directly. One of the things that we're working on now is an athlete fund, so that we can get a way to attract private sponsors to sponsor or to donate money directly to the athletes. And there's a few criteria around that, and hopefully we'll be releasing that within the next quadrennial as well. But it's a work in progress, and you have to work with the athletes and the ideas of the athletes, and then convert those ideas on paper so that you can kind of present that to the executive board, and then that goes up for approval or discussion. And for the most part, the executive board have been extremely helpful and kind of guiding me along my first 4 years. Actually, because this is a 5-year Olympic cycle, Shelley Pearson was the chair when I started 5 years ago, and she did a great job, and she's on the commission now. So it's a learning experience, and it's great to be working directly with the athletes for the athletes.
We want to wish you all the best. We've already seen you outside the cafeteria greeting athletes, getting your message across, and we want to encourage you to stay to the wicket.
Yeah, thanks, Earl.
Yeah.
It's not about sprint. It's a marathon, 3 weeks. So go out and vote if you're watching this and you haven't voted yet. Really looking forward to the end result and to embracing these Olympic Games.